Greetings guitar players and welcome to the Indian Classical Guitar Academy. Today you're going to see some highlights from the new section of the Raag Malkauns course. If you'd like to access this, then consider becoming a member of the Academy. Visit indianclassicalguitar.com to find out more. For now, enjoy the video. Hello guys, welcome to the live stream tutorial today. We're going to be talking about Raag Malkauns and this particular exercise or series of exercises using Tishra Jati, which is the triplet feel, triplet time, and it's all in Vilambit Tintal, which is the slow 16-beat cycle. So there's a lot that we can do with this, and the Vilambit is usually, to start off with, a place where you just explore the rag in a very lyrical way, and it still should be very connected to the alap. So the alap section, when there's no tabla, we play all of these large expansive kind of phrases. So in a sense, that's an unbroken musical statement, and it's in free time. So the alap is such a huge area of the music, and earlier in the Raag Malkauns course we go into a lot of detail about the different technical considerations and the kind of mindset that we can try to adopt in the alap, particularly as guitar players, how we can try to do that justice on the guitar. It's all about the ornamentations. So that style of playing should be continued into the Vilambit when the tabla begins, and it's a very slow cycle. You should begin still with that kind of attention to detail and expansiveness. So this is Vilambit at 40 beats per minute. Back to the first beat. First beat there. as much as I can to make sure that it's all about the embellishments of the notes and just the character and the contrast of just the pure notes. As the Vardy note. Back to Sa. So it's like I'm playing the alap, but it's just with the timing of the volambit. I'll just give you an idea of what it goes into after this. After it plays the gat, then it sets up a kind of Tishra type of, it's more like, almost like a Tishra Jati riff. This is a riff is what we'd say in blues or rock music, where you've got a kind of rhythmic idea that just flows along. The one that I've been using for these exercises is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other similar ones are like so that's a similar kind of riff that you get, and then it's not called a riff, it's just like a kind of picking pattern, and then you can start to introduce different lines that are in the same timing as that and then coming back into it. So for example, this one, so you've got that established, you've got the basic rhythmic feel established, and then you can kind of fill up the different subdivisions, but then come back to a sort of foundation. The way that you're trying to orientate that is, again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, Okay, so that's the concept, and again, the way that I'm using the open strings, it depends. When I'm looking for more energy or more drive, I often play the open D string on every downstroke. Because this is the kind of thing when you normally play this kind of thing fast, and a lot of the fast lines, we often use the open D string quite freely. When I'm really going for it, I definitely use that more, but I might also try to incorporate the Shakir strings to really, if I want to accent a particular beat. So especially as you speed it up, it gets harder to incorporate that jump into the speed that you're doing. So if I do that starting from a fretted note, you'll see it's 1 slide 3, 1 slide 3, 1 slide 3, 1 slide 3. So that's the way that you do that. That's how you get the right kind of combination, the right speed. But doing that on the way down is actually easier. When you're trying to do something really fast and you're starting from an open string, I find it a bit harder to get right into the flow of the phrase immediately if I'm on an open string. I find that if I'm on a fretted note, I can kind of just, I'm with it on the first note, whereas when I do an open string, it always kind of makes me feel like I'm starting yeah, I don't feel as sure-footed when I start. So maybe that's just one of my weaknesses. But this one I started it at the top because I thought it sounded better, and I found it easier actually to accent it. I think particularly the way that you start on the ring finger or one of the second fingers, rather than the primary finger, the index finger. We start it on one of these fingers, and I find patterns like that easier to do fast. So a lot of the faster patterns that I do in regular, like doing fours, like I find they work well for me because I'm timing the one with the ring finger, and to me that just really feels very comfortable. Feels more comfortable than doing it the other way around. That to me doesn't sound as good and feel as good as... So that one to me is easier. If you want to start one of these courses, you can buy them individually or you can subscribe monthly to access all of them. For subscribers, there will be new content every month, including live streams where we can answer your personal questions and go into more detail about applying this material. So far we've covered Raag Yaman, Raag Bageshri, Jog, Hamsadwani, Kafi and Raag Malkauns, and there's much more to come. This body of work is a culmination of the 18 years experience I have as a guitar teacher, combined with the knowledge acquired through studying the sitar directly, and then adapting that material using the guitar techniques that suit this style best. To create these courses and gather the most authentic material possible, I work closely with other Indian classical musicians such as Manish Pingle and Gurdane Riot. I'd like to give a special thanks to my guru Roopa Panesar, who has guided me in the creation of these courses. Much of the material has been adapted directly from my training with her. Also Shakir Khan, my guru, who's been inspiring me immensely and continues to shape how I approach the instrument and this incredible world of Indian classical music. So come and join us at the Indian Classical Guitar Academy to start this journey. The first 50 subscribers will get a reduced price every month for the whole duration of their membership. So come and be one of the first guitar players to realise what it means to be an Indian classical musician.